three news stories for you viewers. Firstly, protests have been carried out by some youth and children in Mekelle, capital of Tigray. Humanitarian situation is really worsening, viewers, and people are feeling the pinch of this situation, and now they are taking to the streets. We'll talk about these protests. Secondly, viewers, after a few hours, UN Security Council is due to meet. A closed door meeting is being held to discuss Ethiopia. Yesterday, Ethiopia expelled 7 top UN officials. That is why this new meeting has been requested by Ireland, UK, US, Norway, and some other countries. We'll talk about this meeting. Thirdly, viewers, today we got a confirmation from Ethiopian president that Obasanjo, African Union appointed mediator to resolve Tigray conflict, did visit Ethiopia last week. Last week, I informed you in a video about Obasanjo's visit of Ethiopia. Back then, last week, Ethiopia did not officially issue any statement about Obasanjo's visit, but today, Ethiopian president issued a statement. What did she say in the statement? Firstly, viewers, Mekelle. Protests have been carried out in Mekelle. Youth and children have taken to the streets of Mekelle. They have protested in front of the offices of UN aid agencies. Protests have been carried out in front of UNICEF and World Food Program offices. Humanitarian situation in Tigray is worsening, no doubt about that. People chanted slogans, "We want food, we are hungry." Neutral sources, UNOCHA, all are confirming that aid is not arriving in Tigray as much as is needed. The aid which is arriving in Tigray, it's not sufficient. That is why people are in dire need of it. Yesterday, I informed you about prices of cooking oil, salt, and rice, which have increased. Price of cooking oil has increased 400%. Price of salt 300%, and price of rice 100% increase. People are eating roots, plants, and flowers. They don't have any steady meal to eat. It's alarming, viewers. And in such an alarming situation, Ethiopian government has expelled 7 top UN officials. Secondly, viewers, today United Nations Security Council is due to meet after a few hours. Yesterday, Ethiopian government expelled 7 top UN officials of UNICEF, UNOCHA, and United Nations Human Rights Body officials. Top officials of these 3 bodies, they were expelled by Ethiopian government yesterday. They were given 72 hours to leave Ethiopia. We have seen after that condemnations from the EU, the US, the UK, Germany. Several countries have issued very strong statements against this move of Ethiopian government. US has threatened of sanctions, of other actions against Ethiopian government. We haven't heard so far any statement from African Union. No African country has spoken so far. What do these African countries say about expulsion of these 7 UN officials? No statement from any African country so far. Closed door meeting today of UN Security Council, a key meeting. What will happen at the meeting? It remains to be seen, viewers, but we have seen in previous meetings that UN Security Council members remained divided. Russia, China backed Ethiopian government, and US and some other countries, they have been backing Tigray's narrative regarding blocking of aid to Tigray. So UNSC remained divided in previous sessions, but today's session is very important because top 7 UN officials have been expelled by Ethiopian government. What will Russia and China do? Will they support Ethiopian government? That remains to be seen. I'll update you after this meeting, after a few hours. Last week I did a video. I told you about Obasanjo, former Nigerian president, appointed as a mediator by African Union to resolve Tigray conflict. He visited Addis Ababa last week. Reportedly, he met with PM Abiy as well. Back then, Ethiopian government did not issue any statement. Today, we got a confirmation from Ethiopian government. President of Ethiopia, Sahle-Work, has issued a statement on her Twitter account. She confirmed that Obasanjo visited Ethiopia last week, and she has shared some pictures of Obasanjo meeting with Ethiopian president as well. So Obasanjo's visit of Addis Ababa has been confirmed. What happened in that meeting between Obasanjo and Ethiopian leaders, Ethiopian government leaders, it's still open to speculation. But today, Ethiopian president said that this conflict can be resolved peacefully. A very positive statement from Ethiopian president. After last week's meeting between Obasanjo and PM Abiy, we heard rumors that PM Abiy had given the green light to Obasanjo, that Obasanjo could start talks with TPLF leaders. And Obasanjo was due to go to Sudan, where reportedly TPLF leaders were to arrive to hold a meeting with Obasanjo. But immediately after that, we saw political unrest in Sudan. In eastern Sudan, protests started. Airport, Port Sudan closed. 2 major pipelines blocked. So there was unrest in Sudan. Then a coup as well there was staged. So I don't think that meeting has happened between Obasanjo and TPLF leadership. It's not clear. We don't have any confirmation that Obasanjo has held a meeting with TPLF leaders in Sudan, which was being talked about after Obasanjo left Addis Ababa. But a positive statement from Ethiopian president today that this conflict can be resolved peacefully. Ethiopian government seems to be putting its weight behind Obasanjo, African Union's mediator. Obasanjo has gained importance in this conflict now. Has he met with TPLF leadership or not? That is not clear. And what will TPLF leadership say in the meeting with Obasanjo? Obasanjo is active. He is backing of the UN and the US as well. Let's see what happens. Let's hope and pray for some peaceful resolution to this conflict. Nothing more.